Like, would you believe that all of this is natural lighting? What a day. Hello there and welcome to another video where I go over everything I have from a makeup brand. Today we're going to be talking about Wycon Cosmetics, which is an Italian brand, and it actually reminds me a whole lot of Kiko Milano, which I like a lot. So when I saw Wycon when I was in Italy last year, I just, I wanted to try some stuff and I got quite a few things, and I just want to share my opinions with you on these because they are quite interesting products for a very fair price point, and their stores are beautiful. So let's start off. Of course, we don't have a full face. We have like a semi-full face. But because I don't have their primer, I'm going to start with this. This is like a little teaser for the skincare line video that I'm working on. And this is their Velvet Skin Smoothing Cream with Swiss Alpine Rose and Cherry Extract. So they have these beautiful moisturizers which lock like this. And I have a few and I actually quite like them. So I'm gonna just use one as a primer. So I do have a Wycon Cosmetics foundation. This is their Skin Perfector Flawless Foundation. This looks like it's supposed to be a dupe of the Becca Skin Tint they used to have like back in the day. But honestly, this just became like one of my favorite foundations ever since I started using it. And it's like a perfect mixture of like lightweight, hydrating, but also covering quite well. I'm gonna show you. It does have a pump. And I usually use like one pump and it's still too much. So you can see that it is pretty thick, which is sometimes actually very good. So I'm just gonna take my buffing brush from Real Techniques and just apply it. So just to show you the difference, this is the half of my face where I used the foundation. This is the half where I didn't. You cannot see a lot of difference, but this side of my face appears a bit smoother in my opinion and a bit more evened out, which is exactly what I like from a foundation like this that I kind of use on the daily basis. Here we have it. I just really like it. I think this is the exact amount of coverage and hydration and everything that I need to just feel better about my skin. And the match is so good as well. I have the shade Natural Warm 10, I assume is the NW. It just looks so good on me. And it's not the kind of foundation I would wear for like a, like a super fancy full-on glam. But it looks so nice and it wears so well. It just doesn't look like your makeup is fading off through the day because it doesn't even look like you're wearing any. So really, this is such a good foundation. I would definitely recommend it. Now for the concealer, we have the Ray of Light Liquid Concealer. It is quite a thick one. And if I remember correctly, this was supposed to be like a high coverage illuminating concealer. I think you can definitely see the light reflection. The sun went down a bit, but I hope you can still see it. It does kind of have that light reflecting effect on the under eyes, so they do appear a lot brighter. For me, it's a pretty thick formula though, so I don't really reach for it as often. But I think that with this foundation, it's actually a very nice match. So I am going to set it. And because I don't have any Wycon powders, I will just set the under eyes, powder my whole face, and I'll be right back for the rest. So I did set the whole face, my under eyes with the number 7 airbrush powder, and the rest of my face with the Revlon Candid powder. Now, as you can see, it does look pretty natural. Of course, the powder took away some of the shine, but still, it looks very smooth, it looks very natural, just a bit mattified. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Honestly, their base products seem to be very, very good. Okay, let's do the brows first. This is the Draw Your Brow Eyebrow Mascara or gel. Yeah, eyebrow gel. And I have no idea what shade this is, but I think it was supposed to be like an ash brown or taupe. And it is just a very basic mascara. I'm not sure if it has fibers in it or not. I think it does. I think it does have some fibers. The eyebrow mascara is not my favorite. It's a little messy. It's a very white formula. I do like the color match because I think it really matches my roots really well. But the formula it didn't do it for me. The fibers, not enough of them. And the formula is very wet and it's very messy. And I don't really enjoy that all that much. So, not really my fave. Now, I did prime my eyes already. So we can start off with the eyeshadow. And this palette you may recognize, it has been in my favorites video before, and it's their Sensation eyeshadow palette, which is actually a cream eyeshadow palette. These shimmers are insane, they're absolutely beautiful. The mattes are I'm not sure if they're creamy as well. I think the mattes may be actually powders, but they're a very weird formula of powder. It's like almost wet. So these are kind of perfect if you are on a vacation or somewhere where you don't really want to put too much effort into the looks, but you still want something like wet and really metallic and really poppin'. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to start with the darkest shade in my outer corner. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to pick up this shade right at the top, the beige, to blend out the edges. Now I'm going to pick up a darker shimmer. I'm going to take this one. And then I'm gonna take a paler shimmer, this one. And there we go. That's basically the look. I went a little bit more dramatic with it. As you can see, you can just take, some of the shimmers, some of the paler nudes, the mattes, and you'll be fine. Like, this is just a very nice, versatile palette. I really like it. The shimmers are so pretty. I don't think camera does them justice because they are very, very reflective in real life. And yeah, so I just used these on the bottom. I just used the dark one, then the lighter one to blend it out. And I also went in with this NYX Epic Wear liner stick in burnt sienna to do the lower lash line and the upper lash line. Just a bit of a liner, nothing too dramatic. So let's continue. For the cheeks, I actually have two palettes. The first one I have is the Cheeky Powder Face Duo in the shade Milkshake. And it's beautiful. It's a bronzer and a blush. I think this is supposed to be for more like a medium skin tone, so I'm not getting like a ton of use out of it because it is a bit dark. And the second one that I have is the Humid Face Powder Trio, which is dirty as hell because I've been traveling with it like everywhere. And it's one of those like really cool stacks that you just have and you have like a full face of stuff. Great thing about this stack is that it is in my shade, so the bronzer works really well, the blush is very nice, and the highlighter is out of this world, but we will be talking about their highlighters in a minute as well. So today, because I think we're leaning a bit more orangey, I'm going to use the Cheeky Face Powder Duo just to show you how it looks. So the bronzer, it does blend quite well, but the size of the pan is very small because it's only like half of the pan. So it's a bit tricky to use, but I think it doesn't look too bad. Maybe I'm scared of it just because it looks dark in the pan, but now that I have it on my face, I feel like it looks very good. So let's continue with the blush. For the blush, I'm gonna take this brush. It looks dirty, but it's not. And I'm just going to dip into that orangey blush and we'll see what comes out. Listen, definitely not your sheer everyday nude blush, But I think that with this look, it actually looks pretty good. And you can tell that these powders are pigmented, like they are there, but they're very smoothly blended. I feel like the blush looks very nice. I think I can pull this off, especially in the summer. So maybe a different shade, but I do like their powder formulas. And now for the highlighters. I told you that the one in the palette is beautiful, but this one might be even more unreal. This is their Full Moon highlighter in the shade Inner Reflection. This thing is just incredible. I think it is a baked highlighter. It is. And it's absolutely insane. Like, it's honestly one of the most beautiful highlighters I've ever seen. Now that I'm using it, I think it's very similar to the Rare Beauty highlighters. This just doesn't do anything to the texture. It looks very smooth. It's very metallic. Of course, it depends how much you put on. I did put on quite a lot on this side, but I just like it so much. The formula is so good. There we have it. That is a very, very nice base. Overall, I'm very happy with these products. And now for the lip products. I do have 4. And I'm not sure in how many videos will I have the opportunity to show you these. So I think we're just gonna go one by one and I'm going to show you all of them. I'm gonna start it with this one. This is the Wild Wet Lipstick and it's basically like a tinted lip balm. I'm not sure what's the name of the shade, but it looks like this. It is like a nude peachy tone. You know, it's one of these like reflective, shiny, very lightweight lipsticks, kind of like a tinted lip balm thing. It's very similar to the Kiko tinted lip balms. I really like it. I do. I think the formula is very nice. So this is our option number 1. Now, the option number 2 is this one. They have such beautiful teeny tiny lipsticks. I have 2 of them. They're so small. I think I'm gonna start with this one. This is the Hot Summer Shiny Luxury Lip Stylo. This was their, I think, last year's summer collection. And it's this miniature lipstick. The color is very much like neon, but it's just so conveniently sized. I just love it. This one is definitely more opaque than the Wet Wild lipstick and looks similar in terms of the shine. The thing I really do not enjoy is the color. I don't think this color really suits me a lot, but it did look like a lot more coral peachy in the store, and then it's more pink, but it's definitely not bad. It's similar in formula. It's still a shiny lipstick, so I'm pretty happy with it. Then we have this one, which is the Cream Sensation Mousse lipstick, which I thought is gonna be like one of those Korean lip tints, but turns out it's not really all that, so I'm gonna try it out anyway. I have the shade Brownish. This one is more like a lip cream. Like, it is supposed to be matte and very opaque, but it doesn't dry down completely. So for me, this type of lipstick is a little bit annoying to wear, but I gotta say, I really like the color. I think the shade looks very nice. But formula-wise, it's just not something I would reach for. And last but not least, we have this teeny tiny one, which just says lipstick, but I'm pretty sure it had a longer name when I bought it. And it's in the shade 4, but the shade of brown is so pretty. It is a very creamy lipstick, but it's so nice. It is really hydrating, it's not too matte, but it doesn't give you like a super shiny appearance, which I also really like. And this shade is beautiful. It's something between a brown and like a dusty pink, and so good. So good. So I think I'll just keep on this one. And this is actually all that I have from Wycon Cosmetics when it comes to makeup. So I just want to say that I never heard of this brand before I went to Italy. And if you are going to Italy and you see one of their boutiques and you think, oh my god, this looks so nice, but is it any good? I assure you, it is. It actually really is. Especially their base products really just blew me out of the park. I think those are great, the foundation specifically, and also all the powders. Like, I have a very bad experience with tiny palettes because usually they are just lacking the space to really pick it up on the brush, and then it blends weird and, you know, it's not it. But with these, like, I know I can just travel with this little stack and I'm perfectly fine. And same thing with the Duo, even though this one is a bit more intense, as we can see. The eyeshadow palette, also amazing. I don't really have a lot of experience with cream eyeshadows, but these wear so well, and they are so wet and metallic because they are cream eyeshadow. I'm just so impressed with the palette. And the lip products are also very nice. I feel like when it comes to the quality and like the opacity, the evenness of the texture and stuff like that, they are very much on point. The fact that I didn't do a very good job at picking up which textures and colors I wanted is just my fault, you know? But overall, I feel like the products are very good quality. I'm very happy with everything that I got from Wycon. And I think it's not the last time I was shopping there for sure, because it wasn't definitely the last time I'm going to Italy, you know? I gotta go back. There's a lot of pizza there waiting for me. So that's all. That is it. Thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing. And if you want to see more videos where I talk about makeup, you can check out here. You can check out the playlist. See ya!